Y'all, it's Elizabeth Weimiller, and I know it's been a busy month in terms of planetary movements. We've got one more coming at you right now in terms of changes going on. So we have Rahu and Ketu, the two nodes of the moon. They are not actually planets, but they do pack a punch in what they bring into our lives. And every time they move, that shifts where the focus is with the energy they have. So Rahu has currently been in Pisces for the last 18 months, and K2 was in Virgo. And the nodes like to do things a little differently. They like to keep it interesting, and so they actually transit counterclockwise. So Rahu will be transiting into Aquarius, and K2 will be transiting into Leo on May 29th. Now, um, May 29th is the true node calculation. So if you go on the internet and you look at things, some astrologers may say they moved on May 18th, which is the mean node calculation. They're a little different. I found for my practice that I use the true node, and that is occurring on May 29th, which is why this video is coming out now and why the newsletter is coming out now. So May 29th, Rahu and Ketu will change signs into Aquarius and Leo, respectively. They will stay in those signs until November 24th of 2026. So get comfortable because they're going to be there for another 18 months once they get in there. Now, when the nodes move into a new sign, it's an almost immediate impact on your life. So just be sure to really pay attention. They're going to put the spotlight on areas of your life where you need to pay more attention. They're really going to bring that to the forefront. They're going to make it more obvious for you. It can be areas where you need to learn and grow more, but they are going to just spotlight and things may be revealed. Something hidden may come to the forefront. But one thing is for certain, they will bring change, not only to your life, but to the world as a whole over the next 18 months. One of the things I want you to keep in mind is that change does not have to be bad. It can be positive. It can move us to new levels that we never thought were even possible. So, really just kind of look at change as it comes your way and find the positive, find the good. See what you can get out of it. See what you can learn because that is what the nodes are asking you to do. One of the things I do want you to do is I want you to take a step back and look back at the past year and a half while the nodes were in Pisces and Virgo, kind of what changed in your life over the past year and a half. It can be really beneficial to write it down, take notes, because those lessons learned are going to be very helpful for you. And it's also astrology is very cyclical. So another 18 and a half years, the nodes will be back in Pisces and Virgo, and you may see similar themes reappear, similar issues come back around. And if you already learned them then, there's less likely a chance for them to come back around, but it's also fun to just keep track of what's going on. One of the things with Rahu is it has the ability to transform things in the blink of an eye. It represents illusion, materialistic greed, and the search for unconventional ways of gaining success in life. It is known for its ability to give unexpected results. So a little bit of that unexpected, expect the unexpected. And really, again, because of change being involved in the nodes, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I can't say it to not enough. I'm going to be a broken record on that one. So just enjoy it and go with it and know you're going to hear it almost every newsletter, every video I do. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Rahu and Aquarius will break through traditional boundaries. You'll see new innovations in technology and science, as well as a blend of these two together. We're likely to see conventional structures being challenged in a way that bring about social reform. And Rahu and Aquarius will really motivate you to think outside of the box. A key during this transit of Rahu in Aquarius will be to embrace perspectives that are different from yours. Seek them out, have the conversation, seek to understand other viewpoints, even if they feel uncomfortable or rub you wrong. It's not about you necessarily having to change your views. You can still keep your views, but you do need to hear other people out and not just cut them off or tell them they're wrong or anything like that. But by embracing those different perspectives, you will gain a deeper ability to connect with other people. And really, that's a huge thing in this world. So keep that in mind as you hear different perspectives. Rahu may also make us indulge in our desires because of the illusion that it creates. And so, with this in mind, it's going to be really important to have someone else you can bounce ideas off of, bounce final decisions off of, well, not final decisions, but bounce pros and cons and everything off of before making a final decision. And then also, again, making sure you weigh the pros and cons. This especially applies to bigger purchases based on what house Rahu is transiting through for you. This will be the area to watch. So it's going to be really important during this time to take a balanced approach to execution and an intelligent approach to navigate this transit successfully. I mean, meditation, if you haven't started already, is super beneficial. Yoga is beneficial, all of that to help you stay grounded and bring mental clarity into your life. K2 is transiting Leo with this, and that can bring introspection and transformation. It will bring with it the ability to be more creative and enhance your leadership abilities. It's a time to avoid making impulsive decisions, especially as it relates to your career. You could find that finances could fluctuate, so it'll be really important to ensure you're spending less and putting money into savings. If you have not already done so this year, it's a really great time to update your budget and ensure you stick to it. So put one in place if you don't have one. If you have one, check back in, make sure it's updated, and keep it in front of you, keep it front of mind. Check in every month with it. This transit of K2 in Leo can make communication with your partner more challenging. So it's going to be really vital to make sure you're putting in that extra time to communicate with your partner and also to ensure that you are both being heard and actively listening to each other. So hear each other out, really listen to understand, don't listen to respond. Relationships of any kind is kind of another area that you don't want to make impulsive changes over this next period. Key with K2 and Leo is take the time to support your physical and mental health through a healthy diet, exercise, and again, meditation. So meditation keeps popping up. The individuals that are going to be most impacted by the transits of Rahu and Ketu in Aquarius and Leo, respectively, are those in their Rahu or Ketu dasha, or subdasha. So if you're in either of those, you may be impacted the strongest. Anybody that has planets in Aquarius or Leo will also be impacted. One of the great things is looking back at events in past transit when Rahu was in Aquarius and Ketu was in Leo, and it'll give a lot of insight into what we may expect over the next 18 months. So, just to give you a sense, the last time that Rahu was in Aquarius and Leo were most recently, sorry, total brain punch off there for a minute. Most recently, October 2006 to April 2008. And the one before that, if you are older and have been through more cycles, was March of 1988 to September of 1989. So if you have birthdays between either of those times, you are going through a nodal return this year, which brings with it change in and of itself. So just embrace it. The more flexible you are, the more you can go with the flow, the better you're going to be. So what we've seen with those past cycles of Rahu and Aquarius and Ketu and Leo, we saw the rise of social media, we saw a global financial crisis, we saw the launch of the first ever iPhone, we saw the Exxon Valdez oil spill, and then the first ever computer virus called the Internet worm. It's not a word I can say. Sorry, just know what I mean. Um, Came out during those periods. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go through all 12 signs, what you can expect with the transits of Rahu and Ketu through Aquarius and Leo. You can use these for your moon sign, which I highly recommend because that is going to be what you feel, how you see things, and then also from your ascendant, which will be more the results you'll see physically. So, Aries, this is going to be an 18 and a half month period of um, incredible productivity and the ability to really advance in your career. Money can come in the form of bonuses or promotions, but it will come in large payments. You may find yourself being presented with unusual opportunities, but don't have a knee-jerk reaction and say yes or no too quickly. Think them through, take that time, write them down. You may find that powerful friends can bring opportunities, and this is really a time to fulfill your desires, and some quiet wish or dream you've had could really begin to bear fruit. Be aware of clever schemes and do your research before just agreeing to anything. And it's really going to be important that you truly listen during this time. So active listening, listening to understand, not listening to respond. You're going to find yourself more drawn to meditation, and it's a time to explore new areas of interest. It's not a good time to to take risks with investments, and really do your research. And again, don't make any knee-jerk reactions or decisions. Taurus, this is a time to do something out of the ordinary to promote your career, get out and be more visible. You won't get noticed just sitting on the couch or fading into the background or sitting behind your computer screen. So, if your company has an office, I would recommend going in more during this period. Being known, getting in office, being in person makes a huge difference. Pay attention to and cover areas where things could get confusing or confused. If you do this, you should come out ahead over this next 18 and a half month period. It's going to be important to get clear on what you need to do to make a living for yourself and be sure to take credit for your work before someone else does. It's a great time to upgrade your skills in order to make yourself more marketable, and you will find your emotions more unsettled and sensitive during this time. It's going to be important to keep up on the maintenance of your car to stay ahead of problems, and it's going to be really critical to be patient and thoughtful with others. So, for you, any emotional changes that come your way could be unusual, but also beneficial for you. So, remember, change can be good, and we want to embrace it and be flexible. Gemini, during the transit over the next 18 and a half months, you could get benefit from publishing. Exchanges with others could be confusing, so it's going to be really important for you to make sure you have a clear, defined understanding with others. It's going to be critical to close all transactions with defined guidelines to ensure you get the maximum benefits out of them. It can be a good time to travel to foreign countries. You could also find your fortune rising in unusual ways, or it might seem to come easily at first. The key is to make sure you save and don't let that money go all right back out the door. So it can come in, but it can go out just as quickly. It's a really amazing time to be creative for you. So write, act, dance, play music, anything to get the creative juices going. And it's a good time to change the way you put yourself out there, and using a more innovative sales and marketing approach is going to really improve things for you. Cancer, over the next 18 and a half months, it will be most beneficial to do things with the help of others. Ensuring you have commitment and alignment for the activities you share with them is going to be critical. Your intuition is operating at its highest point right now, so be sure you don't ignore any signs or feelings it gives you. You will end up regretting it later, I promise. One of the things for you to be mindful of is that others may take credit for your work, so watch your back. Keep your ideas to yourself while making sure you take credit for your work before someone else can. There's potential for financial highs and lows during this period, so maintain your budget. Try to put as much in savings as possible. Try to spend less. You could get income from an unearned source, such as an inheritance or settlement. One of the things you need to be mindful of is you may find you are not eating as much, and it's important to get both your eyes and teeth checked. So if you haven't been to the eye doctor or the dentist recently, I recommend you go ahead and get that scheduled. You may find with the eye thing that it's a time for glasses or a change in prescription, and just make sure you're getting those healthy fruits and vegetables and avoid eating on the run. Leo, during the next 18 and a half months, there can be an increase in profits for you. Business profits can rise, and there could be new opportunities that arise. This is an excellent time to clear the air with individuals with whom you've had misunderstandings. Clearing the air will bring more light into your life and lift the heavy feeling. It's going to be really important for you to stay honest in all your work and business dealings, and you could have a new relationship during this time. If you are already in a relationship, it's a good time to really relight that flame. So you could feel more isolated at times or less connected to the world. Don't worry, this too shall pass unless your natal chart says otherwise. You could find yourself wanting to make changes in your life, so take the time to do things that improve your personal life. And remember, don't make rash decisions or impulsive decisions. For you, very much could be unexpected changes in your life, or you could find your job being modified. And it's going to be really important to stick to your routine and continue to meet your responsibilities. Virgo, over the next 18 and a half months, your energy will be on the rise. Take the time to focus on your health, get into better eating and exercise habits. Making the change now will benefit you greatly in the future. This can be a time when there is more stress on your physical body, and there could be a health scare that motivates you to finally make the necessary changes for the better. Be very clear with the services that you provide to others, and know that this can be a time where coworkers and employees cannot be depended on. Be sure to keep your personal information close to the vest, and don't share ideas with coworkers, as they could steal them and take the credit that it was their idea. It's a really great time to make things clear with someone you've had trouble with or misunderstandings with, and you may find that people from your past can reemerge. Planning ahead is going to be very helpful to keep things more consistent for you in a time that could feel more unsettled. So just keep that in mind, make plans. It may feel unsettled, but unless your chart says otherwise, this is passing. And be sure to keep all doors and windows locked during this time, both on your home and your car, as there is a higher potential for issues. But again, it's going to be stronger if you are in a Rahu or Ketu subdasha or dasha. Libra, the next 18 and a half months can be a great time to consciously modify how you earn profits and set new goals and objectives for yourself. This can be a period of new ideas and plans, but you can find yourself obsessing over them. You may be more prone to obsessive compulsive behavior over this period, and it can be a time of big change, whether you're welcoming a new baby or starting the empty nester phase of life. This can be a harder time for romance, so be sure to make the time to add romance in with your partner in your relationship. Take the time to think things through, stick to your budget, and resist reckless spending. If an amazing, and I say amazing, opportunity comes your way, take the time to really think it through, weigh the pros and cons before making any final decision. Very much in a period where if it appears too good to be true, it likely is. Scorpio, this 18 and a half month period can be a period where you see increased earnings from new learnings. It's perfect time to clean up your home, take the time to declutter your house and move out anything that is no longer serving you. This is not a time to make abrupt changes in your home. Keep a routine and momentum and don't let self-doubt derail you. If your car starts making noises, don't procrastinate on taking it into the shop. It's just going to get worse, but keep up on all your scheduled car maintenance to avoid bigger problems later. There can be big changes with your work and career that may determine where you are living, and the changes may be unexpected but can bring success. So keep an open mind, stay flexible. If you do choose to buy a home during this period, don't overextend yourself. So don't go to the top of your budget range. Don't max yourself out. Don't overdo more than you can do. Stay adaptable and vigilant to new opportunities that arise and have a backup plan so that you can make a change from a position of strength and not end up taking what's available. Sagittarius, over the next 18 and a half months, you will be feeling stronger and more determined. It can be a great time to go on a trip. Let your imagination come to life as you can come up with creative new ideas. Be sure to write them down so you don't lose them. You will need to be more cautious of not speaking out when in a bad mood or angry, as you will be making a lot of apologies after the fact. So just save yourself the headache and think before you speak. Let yourself calm down, think through your words before saying them. It's also a good time to be open to new ways of communication. You could see a shift in your thinking and beliefs that will take your life down a new path of deeper awareness and consciousness. And you may find your relationships with authority figures take a turn in a positive direction. This can be a really great period for you to reset your goals and responsibilities with your boss. Don't get creative with your ethics around this time period, over this time period. And then if you do travel, be sure to have a backup plan in case things get switched around on you. Capricorn, you could see an increase in money over this next 18 and a half month period, but keep in mind that it could come in quickly and may go out just as quickly. So be wise, budget, put money in savings, don't take risks or gamble. It's really important to be aware of what you eat so you can be prone to overeating over the next 18 and a half months. Very easy for you to slip into bad habits over this next period. However, with awareness and focus, you can avoid this. This is your heads up. I'm giving you the heads up. It is important to stay regular with your dental visits as you could have more costly dental work that needs to be completed. Catching it when it's small will save you time and money. And unexpected money could come your way during this period, but also expect the unexpected with money. I know that was a lot of expects and unexpected. Be sure to take care of your health. If you see a doctor, don't be afraid to get a second opinion if something seems off, and you could find your mind is more alert, so use this as a time of self-discovery. Aquarius, you are in an 18 and a half month stretch where you have the ability to get what you want. It's a great time to work on yourself, get things in order, and work on purifying your system. If you've been looking to make healthy changes in your life, don't squander this time away. The planetary energy is ripe and working in your favor. However, there may be periods throughout the next year and a half where you feel less confident in yourself and your abilities. Don't let this keep you from taking action and those small steps forward towards your goals. There can be a feeling of fate and destiny as events can kind of change and take you down an entirely different path than what you planned. Go with the flow, ride the wave, and get comfortable being uncomfortable. But let it flow, show up each day with the smile and curiosity. It can be a really great time for you to release toxic relationships and reconfigure contracts. Spend time working on your relationships so you can grow into something better. Pisces, the next 18 and a half months may seem longer for you as a Pisces ascendant or a Pisces moon. It's going to be really important to spend time nurturing your soul and finding inner fulfillment. Things could change for the better, and it's a great time to improve your life. For you, ensure your passwords are stronger. Now is the time to change them as a precaution, steer clear of dark places, and ensure your home is secure. You could find you're losing sleep and worrying through the night, which could decrease your immune system. To help offset this, it's going to be really important to eat fresh fruits, vegetables, protein, get your exercise in, get fresh air. Make sure if you are feeling sick, you get checked out. It's going to be really important. Stay on top of your finances and not to build up debt during this transit. And be cautious as you are more prone to accidents or could have an unexpected operation, but this can be avoided by kind of catching things when they are small and not ignoring the signs. That is your high level for all of the 12 signs for the next 18 and a half months for the transits of Rahu and Ketu through Aquarius and Leo, respectively. Obviously, these end up going in conjunction with your dashas and subdashas, the transits of Jupiter, the transits of Saturn. It's not just a straight picture, there's a lot of complexity. I will link below the link if you want to book a consultation. And I will also put the link if you want to sign up for the newsletter, because the only time I do newsletters are before each new month. So a new one will be coming out in a couple days after this because this is happening at the end of the month. And then obviously I do special newsletters for situations and transits like this. Otherwise, really get comfortable being uncomfortable. I know I said it a ton, a ton, a ton. I'm going to keep saying it. So get used to it. Ride the waves. The more adaptable you can be, the better. Really listen to understand, not listening to reply. See different perspectives, work to understand them, or at least be open to hearing them and just hear them. Don't try to argue them, just try to hear them and understand so you can ask questions. And otherwise, enjoy the transit of Rahu in Aquarius and Ketu in Leo. And until the next video, I will see you all later.